Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a project that I'm working with Replit Agents. What I want to do is give you a behind the scenes of what I'm working on and exactly how I'm using Replit Agents to be able to develop a video recording and editing software similar to the script that I will be using hopefully starting in January 2025. With that being said, if you like my videos, as always, please consider liking this video and subscribe to the channel. But I'm not going to be stuck on that. We're going to go into exactly how the software that I'm developing works and give you a behind the scenes of what I'm doing right now. With that being said, this is the UI and all the functionality that you're about to see is after 4 or 5 hours of prompting. I had to start all over again because I didn't have on the list of specifications good enough at the beginning. So I ran into some issues where I was developing features that were not needed or vice versa. I was skipping certain features that I wanted. So I decided to start all over again. With that being said, this is the user interface. So this is the dashboard. There is a way for me to upload media and categorize it into different folders. I can create folders. So I can make those folders private or I can share those folders across with the team. So we're going to create a folder. The folder is draggable, so I can drag and drop folders inside one another or sort them in a way that I want. So our files get added here and I can filter by type as I'm searching for files and I can sort them by date, file size, or file name. There's a way to add files. So, and they get previewed here to add any file right now. I got my recording area in which I can rename the title for the video and I can record myself the screen and the camera, the screen only or audio only. I also have down here access to all the assets that I have available. I'm not going to turn on the camera because I don't want to mess with the video that I'm recording right now. And what I'm working on right now is number one, I'm going to split this screen and the editor will be on this side. It will be a test-based editor similar to Descript. So I'm working on the transcripts for each videos, making sure that we are able to integrate this system with an AI API that allowed me to do the transcriptions. And then I will be working on the test overlays and some of the assets. Actually, I have already linked pesos for stock images into this system, but there will be more to come. As you can see, this is blue, this is green, so I have to fix this. Then the subtitles will get built here in the near future and some effects. I have a dashboard, and this is just the design for the dashboard that I was able to create. And of course, the data here is not real data. So we're going to be working on this to make sure it is a little bit better, as well as the design here on the sidebar. As you can see, it gets cut off. And then lastly, there is an admin settings area where I can go and make changes. As of right now, this is open to anybody, of course, that goes into the application, but this would only be available to the admin, where if you were to get this, I'm debating whether or not to sell this as a template that you can edit with Replit Agents and make it yours. But if you do, then you can come here and you can change the keyboard shortcuts, and you can add your API integrations, your keys. Right now we have Pesos, OpenAI, and Anthropic, but I'm planning on adding more integrations here in the near future. And then you can change the application name and the theme. Right now it's only dark mode. I don't even know why it says light. And then the notification system that we have that is able to send you notifications. Now, you might be wondering how I was able to achieve this. Well, I was able to achieve this using Replit Agents. And the magic of Replit Agents is that you can give it a command and it can build whatever it is that you want to build, and it even provide you with some ideas of what you should be building next in terms of features after it has done doing what you asked to do. Now, I'm not going to add to start a brand new project, but I want to show you around a little bit, and I will create a new video that will run through everything that you need to know about Replit agents and the difference between the Replit agent and the assistant and everything else. This is just going to be a quick run through. One quick new feature that they release is the connection. So now down here, you can see which connections they have made available, which will make it much easier for you to keep track of and understand which connections are available right now. And another one is these are some prompt ideas that you can add, and you can use them as a starting point. As you can see, IE even has previews. Now I'm going to jump into my project, which is the Creator Studio, and I have both the agent and the assistant open. While it's loading, what I will do is I will go into the assistant, and the assistant is just to make minor changes. It's much cheaper. It only costs 5 to 10 cents per, and I can show you here, 5 to 10 cents per prompt versus the agent that costs 25 cents for every request that I send and complete successfully, which is what they call checkpoints. As I was mentioning before, probably this one is the best one. I asked to change all the buttons across the web, and it gave me some ideas on what to do next, so I can fix all the issues that might be present, or it can implement recording thumbnails preview, add animated transitions between app sections, create custom recordings, mood, theme selector, and develop one-click social media sharing for recording, or implement voice-activated and recording commands. So I use Raycast to keep track of the features. I'll show you exactly what I got so far. So this is my feature list of what I want to build. And as you can see, there's some that are completed, some that are not, but we have gone deep into some features that I'm creating, which will make it easier for me to continue building in the future. With that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement the recording thumbnail preview for you to see. As you can see, all I did was click on that feature. That's a brand new feature that we're going to be adding, and is going to pick it up from here and make it happen. While it's doing that, the agent is thinking right now. As you can see, this section now is not flashing. I want to talk to you about the pricing for Replit. So you start with the basic plan, right? You get limited access to Replit AI, and you get to build 3 public projects, which is nice for you to explore, but you don't really get to see all the features and how powerful Replit is until you get to Replit Core. Replit Core is $15 a month. You will want to get the full 12 months, the yearly plan, which is $180. And that includes Replit Agents, and you get the Replit Assistant. I mentioned the pricing before, right? 25 cents for every checkpoint for the agent, about 5 to 10 cents for the assistant. And what ends up happening is that while you're paying $15 per month, you get $25 of monthly usage credits. What that means is that money can be spent on the agent, or it can be spent on the assistant, or it can be spent on database, hosting, whatever it is that you end up getting from Replit that comes out of that. Now, any overage will come out of your credit card. You will get billed for that, as is mentioned here on the next one. Now, with that being said, this is a powerful agent, and I would say it's unfair to compare with Lovable or most other AI tools, because Replit Agent is able to think by itself. So some of the stuff that I would have to prompt Lovable, in Replit Agent, the agent is already thinking ahead. Okay, so we did this, we did that. Now I need to create that. So it's giving you suggestions as you go, and it's telling you exactly how it's working. As you can see, it's telling you, okay, I'm modifying this, I'm modifying that. So you know exactly what it's doing as it's doing it. Now it takes a little bit of time, so I would say Lovable is one of the fastest ones. And I keep going to Lovable because I just love Lovable. It's you see how that works. I just have had great results with it. But I would say that they're in different categories, even though they do the same. With Lovable is faster. The UI in my experience has been nicer than in Replit Agents, but I have to think through exactly what I need to get done and how I will get it done. Now in Replit Agent, on the flip side, the system is thinking more for me, and it feels more like Replit Agent is on the driver's seat and I'm just a co-pilot, making sure that it stays within the lanes. So if you have kids, teenage kids, think about it like you're giving them driving lessons and you're telling them where to go. All right, I even forgot what we had. Okay, recording thumbnail. Oh, yeah, we're not going to be able to see that. Let's pick a better one. But as you can see, the cost was $24.50, and now we're at $24.50. 24.25 to 24.50. So it costs a quarter to do that. Recording session, personalized. All right, perhaps this one. Right now, I have built a really nice video recording software with minor editing tools for $24.50, $24.75 after it's done adding real-time performance metrics visualization to the dashboard. There's no, I would say that again, there's no developer out there that you can pay that little and get that much for it. This is just a piece of a software. And as I mentioned, I will record a video later on that will describe exactly what you need to look for and will give you a tour of the software. And keep in mind that if you're watching this a few months from now, it might have changed. They might have added certain features, and I will try to keep updating the videos as we go on, publishing new videos. But Replit Agents, highly recommended. Well worth the $180 for 12 months. It's on the cheaper side of the spectrum. Now, if you don't want to commit to 12 months, because I get it, technology change fast, and tomorrow there might be a much better one, you can do the 1 month for $25. Now, that's a little bit more on the more expensive side because most tools only cost $20. But I can tell you that the $25, they go a long way. Perhaps a longer way than most other AI tools as of right now, based on the current price. And with that, we have reached the end of yet another video. I really appreciate you taking the opportunity to watch this video today. And if you would like to get access to this new software, whether I distribute it as software as a service application or whether I decide to go the template route where you can self-host this, please let me know down in the comments below so I can keep track of who's interested and which version. And perhaps we can talk in the future about some of the opportunities that might be available for this. I don't really know whether or not this would be something that I consider, but I would like to know. And subscribe just as always, and I hope to see you in the next one. And I really hope you have a great rest of your day.